Today's topic, LILLY Singh. Now, we've heard a lot of people criticizing her. It's been all over YouTube. People have been hating on her.
What did the rock say to the flower? Okay, bloomer. Skinny jeans, favorite jeans, mom jeans. Sounds like a dope Genuine song. You know what I'm saying? Golden snitch is from a game in Harry Potter, and they're the smallest balls in the game. So basically the same size as yours. I got the travel size because I can't imagine your tiny penis would need any more than that.
Hello, my name is Lily, and I ain't a white man.
But I do have a lot of terrible YouTube comments, so I thought we could take a minute out of tonight's show to have a computer read a few of them while I dance a comment.
This is literally the worst thing I have ever seen. Who gave her this show? I can't believe this is a show. It would have been perfectly fine on YouTube or anything that isn't TV.
I think it's, I get all the YouTubers are piling on her. They're all like, oh my gosh, she's so unfunny, she's so unfunny. I think they're going about this the wrong way. The fact that she's unfunny or not is irrelevant. At the end of the day, an opportunity was offered to her, and she jumped on it. And the reality is, she's not qualified for it. But that's not her fault. That's the people who booked her.
She just took the opportunity.
Exactly. When I go to a comedy show and the comedian is booked to headline and the comedian sucks, I'm not mad at the comedian. I'm mad at who booked her. Because they're the ones who made the final call to have that person there. For you guys to get mad at her, to me, is so asinine. It's like, of course she sucks. She's never done comedy. How is she going to be good at this? What you guys are watching is an open micer on national television every week.
That has scripts. That fits her narrative.
Boom, I go to stand-up comedy open mics every week. I watch first-timers. They sound just like her. The only difference is she gets applause breaks all the time, so she thinks her content's good. And what's even worse is that she's got a core group of writers who are writing for her. It's corny, it's terrible, but it's not surprising.
Yo, you point out a very interesting point because she does have the delivery of an open micer as well.
Yeah, she does.
The delivery is the same.
I've met 10 of her at open mics. Like,
yeah, of course.
Girls who go up on stage and do these like holier than thou monologues about social justice that they think it is not funny. And the audience is just like, huh? And you'll hear some girls be like, yeah, equal pay, and everyone's just like, shut up.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
But she has laughing tracks. The laughs are the same. It's not a so it's on top of that. It makes it worse. It makes it worse.
Bruv, if I was doing an open mic every week in front of national television, I would suck too.
If that's how you learn?
Yeah. I'm not mad at her. I'm mad at NBC for putting together this shit show. Getting her bad writers, get bad producers. It's terrible. Let's hear some of the criticism that YouTubers are making.
And in the last decade, I've gained about 15 million subscribers. I've written a book as well. He could leave his family and come live with me at my house. I'm probably going to be making all the money anyway. I have a lot of money.
No other talk show host or comedian would even think about talking like that. No one wants to hear people brag about how much money they make. There's nothing comedic or...
Helen had a whole special talking about how much she got money. So and she's a talk show host, so that's not very true.
Dave Chappelle routinely does jokes about how much money he makes now.
So that's not really true.
Listen, you don't have to be relatable. You just have to have an interesting perspective.
I think that was the name of her show too.
What?
Relatable. But it was laughing about the fact that she's not relatable.
She's not.
But I understand that in Ellen's defense, like it was actually like a context.
Right.
She was actually laughing at the fact that people are saying that comedy has to be relatable. Therefore, because she has a whole lot of money, she's not relatable. So she was talking about a whole lot of money. There was a context to that. But still, I mean...
Comedy does not have to be relatable. How many times do I hear people who live lives that are completely crazy to me and foreign? And I find their perspective and their lived experience fascinating. It doesn't have to be relatable to me. It can still be interesting and foreign. Again, this is a YouTuber now who doesn't do stand-up comedy, who's trying to tell people what comedy is supposed to be. Bro, I do comedy. You're not close to it. So the same way that LILLY Singh is out of her depth when she does stand-up comedy, this YouTuber is also out of his depth when he tries to provide you guys with insight on what comedy's supposed to look like.
When he doesn't practice it or research about it.
We're a minute and 15 seconds in now. Not even a chuckle.
That is to you. That is to you. Whenever someone says like they want to bring an argument and saying like, and on top of that, it's not even funny.
I haven't laughed for a whole minute. I know people like that. How many times have I done shows, right? And you see everyone laughing, and there's that one person who'll be like, and then at one point during quiet, she's just like, this show's not funny.
Leave.
It's not funny to you.
Yeah.
Laughter is contagious. The fact that you can sit in a room full of people and not laugh means that you're probably a sociopath. That's your problem.
Or immune. Or dead inside.
That's you. That's not me.
There was a critic, a comedian critic, and a comedy critic in a newspaper, and she was saying, well, I saw this show and everybody else was laughing, but I didn't find it funny. That show was not funny. Well, then you could say that it was not for you. You're not the target audience.
Yes.
But claiming that something is not funny because you didn't laugh.
Saying something is not funny is not.
It doesn't mean anything. It has nothing.
You're not clearly indicating the subjective component to that statement. If you say it's not funny to me, that's fine.
Yeah.
When you say something is not funny, you're saying it as if it's a fact. Preach is white. Or I could say, to me, Preach is white. That's different. What?
Nigga, I ain't white.
Well, judging by how much you hate black women.
You saw that shit. There was something that, one of my mentors said to me. We were having a discussion with different people that were funny or not.
Yeah.
And he was saying, I don't think that person is funny. But you gotta respect the laugh. Meaning I was in the room many times with that person. I didn't think it was funny, but I have to respect people were on the ground.
Right.
But I don't think this shit was funny.
Right.
So you got to respect the laugh.
Right.
And it is what it is. So if you don't think something is funny, it doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't mean nothing. It's like me watching a video on YouTube and be like, this is not entertaining. It's not an indication of your skill level. You may appeal to a specific audience the same way Lilly Singh and her corny ass YouTube videos appeal to a specific audience. She's built a large brand. So I just don't understand why people are continuously trying this whole, she's not funny, I'm not laughing. It doesn't matter. Like, you guys, your arguments are so bad, you have me here defending Lilly Singh, who I dislike a lot.
It's crazy.
I don't think anybody would have a problem with it, but her and her team made the big mistake of just making it all about that, making it all about her being a woman of color. Like, look at me, and move over, white people. It's the brown woman's game now.
I mean, most people do that. Guys make a lot of their comedy about being a dude when they're starting out. Almost every open micer I know goes about their identity to try to do comedy because it's like
that's
the easiest
the closest thing to them.
Asians come up on stage and do Asian jokes. Awkward guys do awkward people jokes. Like, every time I've gone to open mics, every joke is always about self and identity. Always.
That makes sense.
Because you start with what you know. So what is she going to talk about that she knows is interesting to other people that she can probably extrapolate from? Her identity. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's funny. I'm saying it's common. Normal. Go to an open mic. What you're seeing is multiple Lilly Singhs going up all night and one funny guy.
But my first bit was about me and my girl. I had to because it was... Yeah, that's what I know.
Bro, my first 5 minutes was about race and my name.
Yeah, but... if your name is Abba and you don't joke about that shit, I don't know who you are. I don't know.
But now that I've progressed, I've obviously moved on to different topics completely that are outside of myself.
But just like you said, she does operate like an open micer.
That's it.
And what about writers? Like, what were you looking for in writers? And 'cause that's another thing. You sort of wrote by yourself for all these years.
Yeah, for 8 years I was writing my own stuff, and now I have a writer's room, which is fantastic. I just need to humble brag for a second.
Please.
Because I think it's very important. I was very adamant on having an inclusive writer's room. That's very important to me. So it was over 50% women and over 50% people of color.
My writer's room look like a mini United Nations. More than 50% women and people are all races.
Not good writers. Not writers that are based on meritocracy. Writers that go with my views.
If you want the best product, you hire the best people. I don't mind that she had a lot of women. I don't mind that she had, less men. I don't mind that she had people of color. My problem was like meeting a 50-50 quota. To me, it seemed more like you guys needed to have this specific selling point so that when you guys were going to market this show was meant, like I could tell her publicist talked to her beforehand, be like, mention the fact that it's 50-50 because we really want to sell that NBC's promoting a diversity talk show. We're the first of its kind. You can tell these are like talking points that they were worried about in terms of the marketing, rather than making sure the content was really solid. And I think they're making a lot of mistakes with how they're producing the show. Tremendous amount of mistakes. They're more focused on the appearance of it rather than what's on the inside, which is what really matters.
It looks inclusive.
Yeah, includes a lot of doo-doo. I think some tips that Lily could take when it comes to this stuff.
No, you're mansplaining.
Better integrate your YouTube into this whole thing. I think you have a huge platform that you guys could be utilizing to really cross-promote the two. And I felt like basically you just left the YouTube sphere, you jumped into this talk show sphere, and you haven't utilized your platform adequately, from what I'm seeing.
What do you mean?
I think you're trying to fit the format of talk show way too much. If you're going to be different and special, don't just do it at face value. Don't just do it because, oh, it's a brown girl. Oh, it's a bisexual. Like, that shit doesn't matter. Make sure that the content and the way you're presenting the show is drastically different. You look like every other talk show host, except you're a brown woman. The format is identical. It's uninteresting. The only difference is you do it way worse than them. So why would I watch you when there's 9 other people doing it far better than you? And they're way funnier.
What do you mean by including more of her YouTube platform?
Well, the way she did the YouTube thing is like she had a lot of like really good sketches that look really good. Let me preface this by saying I don't like them, but I understand that they're well done in terms of hitting her market. She did all that stuff. She wrote it herself, so you could tell it was closer to who she was. When she does those jokes and I hear them, I can clearly tell it was written by somebody else. Mm-hmm. Everything is specifically timed and it looks awkward. You watch her old videos and you could actually see that, okay, there's some fluidity to it.
Yeah.
You know?
There's something genuine about it.
Exactly. So she's gone so much into the realm of like, I'm going to follow this format. I'm like, no, go back to some of the YouTube stuff that made you captivated.
I do TV now.
The biggest YouTuber, I think, is David Dobrik right now, okay? Huge subscriber base, all that stuff. With all his following, he went to Netflix and said, yo, can I do a show with you guys? I have a really great idea. And they're like, not interested. Because the perception of YouTubers is inherently negative. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, if you guys want that to change, you should be encouraging. Or if you're not going to encourage, don't go out of your way to hate. Yeah. On people who may have an opportunity to take this platform to the next level. Does that make sense?
I understand what you're saying, but it's just that she doesn't. The perception, and this is why I think they hate, is because of the perception of how she's doing things is not humble. It doesn't look like, and I don't know, it's just jokes and it's just written stuff. I know that, but I understand certain people is like, yo, you have a certain cockiness to it. I don't care about it because I know that what's on video, I'm not going to try not to judge. I try less and less to judge what I see on video and judge a whole personality of someone from what I see on a video. But the delivery of what she does and how she does it, it looks very cocky. So people are just, it's a defense mechanism for them to trash. Yo, it's like to humble someone. When you see someone that's very cocky, you're like, yo, you ain't shit. Calm down. You're not better than all of us. I'm just saying that's what I see right now. Is it better? Is it good? Is it good to do that?
Listen.
No, I don't think it is. But I understand where it's from and why they're doing it.
Sure. I wouldn't disagree. But it's still stupid.
Fair.
It's like, what, you're gonna scream at someone who's being cocky and cost yourself future opportunities? Do you know what I mean?
I don't even think they see it like that, but yeah.
They don't, because they're not seeing the bigger picture.
Yeah, true.
Right? They just see an instant video. They're like, I can hate on Lilly Singh because she's unfunny to my subjective opinion. I'm like, what's the point of this? How's this productive? You're going to go tell everyone what comedy looks like? No, you don't get to say what it looks like. You don't get to, especially if you're not in the realm. You certainly don't get to say what it looks like. But even me, I'm not going to go out of my way to define it for you. Because I see comedy of all forms, stuff I will never laugh at, and I'll still book it on my shows if it makes audiences laugh. Because it's not about what's funny to me. When I book a show, when I curate something, I'm thinking about the public. What is funny for them? That's it.
You have to respect the laugh.
That's it. And what you guys have to do is respect the fact that, yo, Lily's successful. She's successful. And there's an audience who likes what she does. And if she's going to a new platform and it's not going well, that's okay. You don't have to support her in that situation. But don't go out of your way to trash her. Because it's not good for nobody. Who wins?
And how long did it take you to come to that conclusion? Well, I mean, just because you have to analyze a certain situation for long enough to come up with a conclusion like that. I don't think they analyzed the situation that long. They just, oh, this sucks, I'm going to comment on it.
Me was right away. It was right away. Once I understood the parameters of what's happening, and I went to go watch some of the criticism videos. I was like, what are people criticizing from? Like, wait, okay. Because everyone sent me that video of her, like, when she first came out with her monologue, and everyone was so mad. How can she make so many race jokes? How can, bro, go to open mic and go see someone do something for the first time. That's what you're going to see. Yeah, but she got writers. So if the writers are other open mic trash, they going to write some trash stuff too. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So just think about this more. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah.
That's it for today.